Impossible catches, unthinkable mistakes, and plays that broke the laws of physics. From bare feet to bent goalposts, these moments prove football isn't just a game. It's beautiful chaos that sometimes defies logic. These are 12 one-in-a-trillion NFL moments. It starts like any ordinary pass. Brock Purdy looking for Brandon Ayuk in an NFC Championship game against the Detroit Lions. The ball rockets through the air, only to ricochet off a defender's helmet at full speed. Most receivers would throw up their hands and curse their luck. Not Ayuk. He tracks the chaos midair, fights through traffic, and snatches the ball off a face mask. Not his own, not the defender's, but another player's headgear, acting as an accidental assist. The crowd roared in disbelief. The ball should have gone anywhere but into his hands. The NFL says that's 6 points.
It hit him right in the face mask. And then, man, give credit there to Brandon Ayuk just staying with the play and catching it off the deflection.
And just when you think you've seen it all, the next moment proves you don't even need both shoes to score. That's what happened to Cardinals running back Kerwynn Williams in a game against the New Orleans Saints. The turf was rough, defenders were flying, and suddenly he's sprinting barefoot through traffic. Most guys would have gone down, but Williams just kept going, his right foot slapping the ground with every stride. Defenders too stunned to react. No lucky bounce, no blown coverage, just grit and one bare foot riding itself into the NFL's one-in-a-trillion moments. And as strange as that was, the next moment showed you don't even need hands either. In a wild card showdown between the Baltimore Ravens and Kansas City Chiefs, everything was on the line when Lamar Jackson dropped back to pass. The pocket collapsed, he fired a bullet, and a Kansas City defender swatted it right back at him. Normally, quarterbacks don't get second chances on their own throws, but once the defense touches it, the ball is fair game. Jackson snagged it out of the air like a wide receiver, tucked it, and took off running. The crowd gasped, half shocked, half awed, as their quarterback suddenly became the entire offense. By the time the defense figured out what had happened, he'd turned disaster into a first down and carved his name into Ravens folklore. Jackson's quick thinking saved the play. Kelce's? Well, he forgot the play entirely. Jason Kelce is a legend, but even legends have Monday brain. In a matchup between the Eagles and Seahawks, the offense lined up, Carson Wentz started his cadence, and Kelce just didn't snap the ball. Everyone froze. For a split second, he looked like he was replaying his breakfast menu instead of the playbook. Wentz nearly begged for the snap, defenders traded confused glances, and 70,000 fans held their breath. It was the NFL equivalent of forgetting your Wi-Fi password. Kelce's moment was funny in hindsight. But the next one? No one in Chicago is laughing about it. Not then, not now. Playoff game. Season on the line. In the NFC wildcard matchup between the Bears and Eagles, Chicago trailed 16-15 with 10 seconds left. Cody Parkey lined up for a 43-yard game winner. The snap was clean, the hold perfect, the kick on target, until it doinked off the left upright. Soldier Field held its breath. Then, cruel physics struck again. It bounced off the crossbar and back into the field, as if it were allergic to success. It wasn't just a miss, it was a masterclass in heartbreak, broadcast to millions. Some players celebrate touchdowns. Jimmy Graham? He remodeled stadiums. After a red zone score against the Falcons, the Saints tight end spiked the ball in his own way by dunking it over the crossbar. Only this time, he did it with such force that he bent the goalpost out of alignment. Officials had no choice but to stop the game while maintenance crews scrambled in with ladders and tools like they were fixing a carnival ride gone wrong. The fans loved every second of it, the stadium staff not so much. In fact, the NFL eventually banned dunking celebrations altogether, probably to protect goalposts from future Graham-induced trauma. Special teams don't usually steal the spotlight, but this play was surgical art. In a matchup against the Broncos, down by 4 in the fourth quarter, Patriots punter Ryan Allen launched the ball spiraling toward the end zone. What followed was pure coordination wizardry. Teammates dove, tipped, and batted it around like a volleyball drill until Julian Edelman finally downed it at the 1-yard line. Denver's offense had to start practically in its own end zone. demoralized before it even huddled. Sometimes perfection comes in the smallest margins. And while the Patriots used precision, Marcus Peters used something else entirely: frustration and a penalty flag. A ref tossed a penalty flag at Marcus Peters, and Peters thought, why not throw it further? In a game against the Jets, the cornerback grabbed the yellow cloth and launched it into the stands like he was handing out souvenirs at a parade. The fan who caught it instantly became NFL royalty, waving it like a trophy. The refs, of course, weren't nearly as entertained. Peters got flagged again for unsportsmanlike conduct, triple penalty, double chaos, and triple entertainment for everyone at home.
Marcus Peters took the ball and chucked it into the stands. So that's 3 penalties potentially.
Football pants are engineered tightly, maybe too tight. Raiders defensive tackle Tommy Kelly discovered this unfortunate truth during a routine play against the Broncos when his waistband gave out mid-tackle. In front of 65,000 fans and a national TV audience, he bent down to make a stop and ended up giving America more than just defensive highlights. Cameras caught it, the internet immortalized it, and his teammates probably never let him forget it, especially at team barbecues. Kelly's mishap was funny in hindsight, but the next moment showed just how quickly football can shift from laughter to heartbreak. Super Bowl Sunday, the biggest stage in sports. In the second quarter of Super Bowl 58 between the 49ers and Chiefs, linebacker Dre Greenlaw planted his foot to make an ordinary tackle, and his Achilles snapped like an overstretched rubber band. No bone-crunching hit, no dramatic collision, just his own body betraying him on football's grandest stage. But here's the remarkable part. Greenlaw tried to get back up, tried to keep playing, showing the same heart that had carried him all season. Sometimes the most unforgettable moments aren't about triumph, they're about refusing to quit. 5 seconds on the clock. Bears up 20-17. Browns rookie quarterback Dorian Thompson-Robinson launched a desperate Hail Mary into the end zone, the kind of throw that usually lands in the stat sheet as an incompletion. Instead, the ball bounced around like a beach ball at a concert, tipped, juggled, and nearly lost in the pile. Then, out of nowhere, safety DeAnthony Bell came down with it. Touchdown. Game over. First Energy Stadium erupted like a fireworks factory, fans in total disbelief at what they'd just witnessed. And just when you think you've seen every way a ball can bounce, the Rams found one more trick on a punt that looked completely dead. The Seahawks thought it was dead and started their victory march toward the sideline. The Rams, they had other plans. Stedman Bailey scooped the dead ball while teammates cleared a path, and suddenly it was a 90-yard house call. Longest punt returns in Rams history. It was equal parts genius, hustle, and capitalizing on premature celebration. The Rams showed how awareness can turn a dead ball into a miracle,